Here's a clip from the Southwestern Lead app.
What I found out just by listening to the last couple speakers, and again, being around Southwestern for the last year, is that we have a lot in common. The principles in being a Navy SEAL and the principles in what you guys do in sales and all that stuff that they teach you here are pretty much the same, really. I was really surprised. You know, I heard a lot of terminology. I've heard a lot about leadership, selflessness, pouring into others, all these basic key things that we teach in the SEAL teams. The reason that we are who we are is because we serve each other. We are committed to each other. So first of all, my first slide here is I talk about adversity introduces a man to himself. And I look at this picture. I love this picture because there's two. These guys aren't even SEALs. We did some training, some team building training, and it was at a college. And you can see the different expressions on their face. And one is just having a great time. The other guy is just looking at him. I mean, you see it. I mean, and you've probably had days like that. And you're just going, what am I doing here? And then other days, you probably look like that guy on the right. So what is it? What is it that causes us to be that guy on the right? What is it that drives that? It drives us through adversity. We all face it. You know, skill and strategy is not enough to get us through adversity. You guys have skill. You guys have all these training seminars. You guys got really good salesmanship skills, and you're exposed to all these different techniques and stuff, and then you have strategy to do it. What is it when you reach that adversity? Because we all reach it someplace different. What is it that's going to drive us through that adversity? What is it when we reach that door, we're brave enough to step through it? When we get to that door of adversity and we drive through it. And I'm going to tell you what it is. It's commitment. It's commitment to yourself, and it's commitment to each other in this organization or wherever you happen to be. So, starting off in a story, you saw the little Buds clip. So, when I went to Navy SEAL training back in 1987, I went and I decided to go to Buds. And going through Buds, 214 people started our Buds class. 214. And if you would have asked every single one of them, who wants to be a Navy SEAL, every single one of them would have raised their hand. And you would have said, who is committed to be a Navy SEAL? Every single one of them would have raised their hand. But at the end of 6 months of training, there was only 41 of us left, and only 21 of those were the original 214. Other ones rolled in because of injuries from other classes and stuff, but only 21 originals from that 217. What was it that the other ones didn't have that those 21 had? And you know, psychologists and everybody has tried to figure this out, because we have Olympic athletes. We have professional athletes come to this program, and a lot of them don't make it through. I mean, they have the skill. They probably have the strategy. What is it that they don't have that they don't make it through? And then you have an 18 or a 17-year-old that's on a parent waiver that comes in and he makes it through the training. So it's just, there's no way telling. One story is, when we first classed up, we have this pre-training for 2 weeks, and everybody comes together, and we have this hair cutting party and everything, and everybody's getting all excited and kind of getting all about going to this program. And this guy shows up on this Harley, and I ain't kidding. He has big old ape hangers, and he looks like Cold Stone Steve Austin. He's got this bald head, tats everywhere, leather, and he's just huge. And you're just looking at him, and you're going, wow, that guy, he is a SEAL. That's what a SEAL is. That's a SEAL. Now, he's going to make it, you know. You're thinking of a Rambo type or something, and you're looking across the line, and there's 214 of us. And there's anywhere from my size to like half my size to twice my size to, it's just amazing. All the different shapes and sizes, everybody comes, and you're just going, who's going to make it? Who's not going to make it? Well, in our mind, we're thinking, that's those big guys. It's the Rambos like. Well, at the end of the day, again, when you look down that line and you look, it's like, wow, almost everybody I thought wasn't going to make it is standing in this line, and everybody I thought would make it, I can't find them. That big guy with the Cold Stone Steve Austin, I'll call him, First day of Hell Week. We weren't more than 5 minutes into it, we went to and got surf tortured. You saw what they were doing at the end. They were singing, I think it was Silent Night. They sit in the water, cold water and stuff. We do that all the time during Hell Week. And not more than 5 minutes into it. And this guy just talked smack the whole time. I mean, he talked all the time. The 2 weeks coming up to it, and the next 4 weeks coming up to Hell Week. And all of a sudden, everybody hears the bell ring. Ding, ding, ding. You ring it 3 times, you're out, because it's a volunteer program. Everybody looks down the line, and who is it? It's Cold Stone Steve Austin ringing the bell. Everybody's jaw dropped. Everybody's going, what? I can't believe it. If he can't make it, how am I going to make it? Okay? So again, what is it that drives us to go through that wall when we hit that wall of adversity? Okay? Again, we can have skill, we can have strategy, but we need that commitment. Henry brought it up a little bit here. What is your why? Well, I'm going to go a little bit deeper in your why, because this is what I think one of the foundations, one of the most important things you got to get. And that's what is, if your why is not strong enough, if your why is not emotionally connected to why you want to do something or be something or whatever it is, you won't do it. I've seen enough guys go through a training, and when I've been an instructor multiple times, and I can ask a single question: why do you want to be a SEAL? Why is it that you want to be here? And if their why is not strong enough, if their why is like, well, I think it's a cool thing, or I want to prove something to myself, or it pays good, or whatever. All those are like mental, like a mental checklist. There's nothing emotionally connected. You have to have something emotionally driven, strong enough to keep you there. Now we talk about emotions. What are some very strong emotions? We have love, very powerful. We have hate. We have jealousy. We have another strong one, fear. We have all these emotions. If you can tie it to something that is good, that is going to push you through something, you're probably going to make it. People do the craziest things for what? Love. I mean, they'll do the craziest things. They will most likely, they will die for love. Okay? Distractions. What are some of the distractions that you face, or that your people underneath you or your training face? What are the daily distractions? Anybody? Throw one out. Don't be shy. Parties. Alcohol, drugs, relationships, technology. Friends get in the way, yes. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. My wife always tells my daughters. You're right, there's a lot of distractions out there. So how do we manage that? Again, how do we manage that? And again, how committed are we that we can get those distractions out of our life? Or we can convince our young people underneath us that we're training, or we're trying to bring up underneath us, to be focused and not to be distracted, or to limit those or prioritize those. The other thing is beliefs, that we allow other people's beliefs to influence us. We talked about beliefs here, but we have to have a belief in ourselves. If you are always swayed by someone else's beliefs, listen, there's 100 reasons why you can't do something. There's going to be people out there that are going to tell you can't do something for whatever reason. Sometimes they're trying to protect you. I know friends that say, my parents, they don't want me to go to be in the military, be a Navy SEAL, because they're, this or that or whatever. And it's like and it's almost like they're saying they don't believe in him. They don't believe that he could do it. And so having those people or those beliefs that affect you, you got to get those out of you. You got to believe in yourself. And if you believe in yourself, again, how can you expect others to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? All right? And one of those things as a leader, you have to inspire your young people. And just like Henry brought up, those drive-bys where you find them doing good things, not only that, but you got to tell them when they do the good things, because 70% of our day, when we do self-talk, you all know about self-talk, 70% of the self-talk that we do daily is negative. Oh, I don't like my haircut. I'm too fat, man. Look at this shirt. It's not even my size. Oh, man, I wish I had a little, my mustache was a little bit darker and I didn't have this gray hair. So 70% of our self-talk is usually negative. So just think what that means. We have to find that one reason why I can do something. Okay? So find that one reason and focus on that. Get rid of all the other junk. You're always going to find reasons why you can't do something, or excuses.
Southwestern Lead is an international leadership program that helps you build skills, gain confidence, and discover new opportunities. With professional coaching, a world-class digital learning platform, and certifications that will enhance your resume or application, Lead sets you apart. We'll show you how to turn success principles into success habits through small group training, one-on-one coaching, and guided action plans to help you apply what you're learning. It takes more than academics to reach your goals. See what one of America's oldest leadership training programs can do for you. Visit southwesternlead.com.
You know, when I was in Hell Week, I thought about quitting. It was so cold. It was Tuesday daytime sometime. We were getting surf tortured or something, and I had sand in every orifice of my body, and we've been up for, I think, already 48, 56 hours or something. And I was just thinking, you know, everybody does it. Anybody tells you goes through buds or whatever, never thought about quitting, they're lying. Everybody thinks about it. And so I'm trying to come up with excuses, what I'm going to tell everybody why I quit. I'm thinking in my mind, what am I going to tell them? What am I going to say? What am I going to justify that I quit? And then I needed to be reminded. I had one of the instructors come and remind me and said, why is it that you want to be here? What is the one reason that you want to be here? Forget about all the other reasons why you shouldn't be here or you don't want to be here, because you're cold, wet, tired, you know, sleep deprived, you know, you're in some pain and discomfort, you know, all these other reasons. But find the one reason why you want to be here, and then think about that. Concentrate on that. And so I did, and it worked. All right, it wasn't easy, but it worked. One of the last things is fear of failure. A lot of times how many here have failed before? I know you guys talk about this. Yeah, we all have. How many are going to fail again? Of course, we're all going to fail again. So why worry about it, right? That's not the standard. That's not what we accept. But again, we have a saying that failure is only a failure if you don't learn from it. Failure is only a failure if you don't learn from it. A lot of times, I've trained a lot of kids, you know, coming up in different generations, and it seems like they're more and more afraid of failure or what other people think, or they don't experience failure, so they're so afraid of it. Fear is a very strong emotion. Fear is such a powerful emotion that it can stop you from doing just about anything. It can stop you from doing just about anything. Fear to me stands for false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. Because in my line of work, a lot of the things that I perceive are usually false. It's false information, false knowledge, whatever it is. My buddy's telling me false lies to scare me or whatever, until I find out that evidence was false, but it appeared real until I experience it. And that's where a lot of people won't take that chance and step through that door of adversity. And what does adversity do once we get through it and we get over it? It either forges us or it breaks us. It can either do two things. If it forges us, in the SEAL Creed or our ethos, it says, we are forged by adversity, not broken. We have a saying that calm seas never made a good sailor. Rougher storms come where we've learned to handle them better. We're a better sailor. Again, calm seas never made a good sailor. So you want those rough seas. You want a little bit of that in order to go through it, so you have that experience, and it makes you stronger. Again, what do they always say? If it doesn't kill you, it does what? Yeah. And it's not just physically. It's mentally, it's emotionally, it's spiritually, it's intuitively. We got to fight those battles every day, and we got to prepare. Sun Tzu once said, victorious warriors win first, then go to battle, while defeated warriors go to battle and then seek to win. Which one are you?